Hey, it's Central Valley Business. I'm your host, Steve Walling. My guest for this segment is Gene Richards and Celeste. Welcome, Gene. Welcome, Celeste. And we're with the Fresno County Bicycle Coalition. Did I get that right?
Yep.
Correct.
Well, I'm batting 1,000. Bicycle Coalition. Do we need a coalition for bicyclists here? Or is
Most
this an advocacy group?
Well, this is a coalition/advocacy group. We try to advocate for safer and streets for cyclists and pedestrians.
Why do we
in
need
Fresno.
safer streets for bikes? I mean, come on. Streets are made for cars, right? And cars, why should cars share the road with bicyclists?
Yeah.
Maybe because it's a good thing, huh?
Yeah, most
Yeah.
definitely for the environment, helps out our body, keeps you healthy, puts less wear and tear on the streets, which
Celeste,
is great
you're
for
wearing
all
me
the
out
other
here, young lady.
roads.
No, that's great. Okay. No, actually, Fresno and some of the surrounding areas got some great bicycle paths on the street and some off the streets. Before we went on camera, I was mentioning that I had the opportunity to bicycle up and through Woodward Park, but there's a lot of other special bicycle-like only places, aren't there?
Yeah, there is. There's the Clovis Trail is one of them over in Clovis,
Right.
and then Fresno has nice Woodward Park trails up there. We're working on other trails.
The Midtown Trail that the city has approved to go along the Herndon Canal, which goes along McKinley,
Cool.
comes up Millbrook to Shields, and then will end, for now, when it's built at Manchester Center. So that's called the Midtown Trail.
And this Fresno community, city and in the county areas, they've been pretty bicycle proactive, haven't they, over the years, as far as creating bicycle lanes and kind of so-so? All right, well,
Some
we're
years
going to do a
good.
little politicking here. You're doing really good, but we want you to do better, right? That's where we're at with that. But in today's world, bicycling, it used to be, and I'm not going to tell you how old I am, almost as old as him, but it used to be back in the day, bicycling was for little kids or for those crazy guys that, did like the Tour de France and, some of that stuff. But they did it over across the pond. They didn't do it here.
Yeah.
But over the years now we have the Amgen here in California, which is, it's a world-class bicyclist race. But we also, there's whole aspects within communities that are opening up to bicycling because somebody figured out, it's a lot of fun. Who'd have thought, right? Every kid in the world wants to ride a bike. Who'd have thought that it was fun? But you don't have to be a kid to do it anymore, do you?
No.
And that's
No.
great.
Yeah, it's just a matter of the roads were always designed for all users. That's what we like to say. Complete streets is the word they're using
Oh, I
nowadays.
like that, complete streets, yeah.
Cars don't get to hog the whole streets. They're built for everybody. And besides, some motorists like to say, well, cyclists, you guys don't pay gas taxes. Well, that's ridiculous. Most of the money for roads comes out of general fund money. And most cyclists that I know drive a car also, so they pay registration fees and gas taxes when they drive. So everyone's paying for the roads. We should all be able to use them. And anyway, riding a bike is fun.
And
healthy.
Gene, I don't think that's that argument in today's world. It just doesn't hold water, to begin with. I mean, our community is our community, and that we can. And somebody woke up and became aware that physical fitness is not a bad thing. That just because you're over 16, 17, that you should have greater ability to breathe and greater dexterity, and the outside's a great place to kind of commune with what's going on in the world around you, and bicycles offer such a great opportunity. Who'd have thought but it is. It's our community, and when we embrace the concept of our community, then bicycles become a very integral part. I live up near Bass Lake, and there's a ongoing group of people on a regular basis that start down in Spring Valley and ride up Road 200 up into North Fork and around the lake and stuff, and that's an awesome ride, and it's beautiful. You get out. Sometimes you got to be there a little early in the morning and stuff, and that's great. But we're not here to talk about that ride, are we? No. We got another ride going. What's this ride that we're talking about today? You care to clue me in on this?
Yeah.
So on May 1st, the Bike Coalition is having its yearly ride. This year it's called Mall to Hall. We're riding from Manchester Mall, May 1st, a Wednesday morning at 8 o'clock, and riding to City Hall. We should get good participation from the local politicians and government administrative officials.
Okay.
I know for sure that council members Arias, Soria, Tyler Maxwell is riding for Esparza. Luis
Wait a
Chavez.
second. Are you saying these people they're actually going to ride the ride?
Most of them are going to be riding.
Oh, you mean they do more than just sit in city council and do nothing, right?
You'd think so.
Yeah, okay. So they're going to be in the ride. That's
Right.
cool. That's great.
And we have some that are just showing up. Nathan Magsig, Supervisor Magsig, said he'd show up and speak. And I don't know, maybe we can get former Assemblyman Mike Briggs to come too.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Mike Briggs, you know, go talk. That'd be a good thing. Is there, Richard or Gene, is there a particular purpose behind this ride? I mean, is this ride to focus on any particular thing, just governmental awareness, or do we have some, some things before the city council that we want to raise some awareness for?
Yeah, so this ride is to help show others, and it's to help people get out of their cars and onto a bicycle. It's a chance for others to actually get out on the road and enjoy the outdoors, as well as bumping heads with some of the politicians. They have a chance to talk with some of the politicians while they're on the road and while they're riding bicycles, because it's not a very fast-paced ride. It's going to be a very smooth ride. We're going to have police escorts with us.
It means for some of us senior citizens, we could do that too.
Most definitely, yeah. So it's a family-friendly ride, which is a really big thing for everyone to bring their kids out.
All right, hold on, Celeste. I'm going to stop
morning.
you right there because you said something that I hadn't mentioned, but is very important. Family-friendly.
Yeah.
Bicycling is it's one of the more family-friendly things that families can get involved with.
It's one of the best things.
Yeah, I mean it's good for health, and it's good for family involvement together, and mom and dad can help their and kids. Who wants kids? Right? No, but you want your kids to be involved. You want your kids to be healthy, and you want your kids to feel like, well, at least for me, when they grow up, that they've had good memories of mom and dad participating in things that they did.
Yeah, you have to start them young, absolutely. Yeah. When a kid enjoys a bike, and later on, after the coolness of high school, which is where most of us stopped riding, wanted to be cool, and we're going to college or whatever out in the world. Oh yeah, a bike.
A bike.
Gee, yeah.
What a novel concept.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to stop you. What got you back into bicycling?
Oh gosh, that was a long time ago. Good question.
Huh?
Good question.
You just kind of did, huh?
Yeah, there were just a number of years there when it wasn't cool.
Yeah.
And the streets were not amenable to cycling. I lived in Venice in California, Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Wasn't a great deal of bicycle infrastructure. Weren't many people riding bikes. But things have changed. A lot more people are riding bikes. We figure maybe 1% of road trips in Fresno. If we could just get that to 2%, honestly, that would just be critical mass. That would just show, oh, gosh, there are people on the streets. Maybe I can try too. This ride, come along May 1st, give it a try. Maybe it's for you.
Do I need a special super designed 50,000 geared, half-ounce bicycle, or could I do it on any regular bicycle?
Any regular bicycle. That's exactly what this ride is designed for. It's also to show the community that there is a very strong need. The more people that come out and bicycle, the more it shows the need for bicycle facilities in Fresno. I mean, you talked about how the community is a bicycle-friendly community already. Well, we show that even stronger when we are out riding in the streets, in this bike ride, along with other bike rides I want to mention that are coming up.
Oh, no, you're not mentioning anymore. This is beginning to sound like a bicycle revolution, and that, no. Okay, all right, Celeste, what other bike rides we got coming up?
Well, we got the free bike valet that's going up on Grizzly Fest. It's coming up. I'm sure you've heard of Grizzly Fest.
Grizzly Fest.
May 4th and 5th.
That's right. It has something to do with Grizzly Stadium, doesn't it?
Well, usually
Woodward Park. No.
Woodward Park.
Woodward Park, yeah.
Woodward Park, yeah. So
this month
we got Grizzly. No, we got Grizzly Fest. What is Grizzly Fest?
So it's a concert that happens for 2 days, and most people ride their cars, but there are a majority of people who still like to ride their bicycles. And what better way to get to a concert than by bicycle? Easy. It's no gas, and then you get there. And then what's better is we have free bike valet where you can come out, park your bike with us. We watch it the entire time for free.
I mean valet for my bicycle?
For your bicycle.
Oh, that is just too cool. I like that. I'd have to ride a bike just so I can participate with that. That's awesome.
Or take the Q bus. Put your bike on the Q bus.
On the Q bus?
And it'll drop you right off by the entrance.
Q bus runs all the way.
Runs all the way?
Yeah.
Cool. We got any other rides coming up?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
May 11th, Bicycle Safety Rodeo and Smart Cycling Class at Tower Blends at 11.
that's kind of important, bicycle safety, you think?
Most
You know?
definitely.
Yeah, you're going to be out there with, big vehicles that are steel and, a whole lot heavier than you are. Safety might be a good thing. But
Yeah.
people need to realize that when you talk about bicycle safety, we're not just talking about cars or other vehicles on the road, are we?
Nope. We're
You know,
talking about distractions. We're talking about things that may be in the road, such as debris, such as potholes that are in the road and you don't notice. So it's really important that you're safe while riding, and we always recommend riding with a helmet. Most adults don't like doing it, but I always ride with a helmet, and I strongly suggest that for others.
Yeah,
Could I just add something right here? Sometimes a motorist will say, why is that bicyclist taking the lane? Why is he impeding my forward progress?
Right, yeah,
Okay,
why
well,
is he?
Celeste mentioned this already. Riding over to the right side of any roadway can be hazardous. So the law, the California Vehicle Code 21202, says very specifically, bicyclists are supposed to be as far to the right as possible, except in these situations. Dangerous, parked cars, or when it makes sense to take the lane, and it's safer because motorists will see you when you're right in front of them.
No. I'm not giving up that. No, it's important. And correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't they pass a law, bicycle safety law, in the last year or so, maybe a little bit longer? My memory's not great, but that when we're driving in a vehicle down the road and there is a cyclist, that getting as close to them as possible is not what you're going to do. Now there's a space. Was it about 10 feet? I think is.
The law is about 2 years old now. It's called the California 3-foot law.
Oh, it's 3 foot.
It says specifically all motorists have to give cyclists a buffer zone of at least 3 feet.
3 feet.
3 feet.
My wife told me 10, and I was really mad at bicyclists. Now I'm not so mad at them anymore. No, 3. Actually, 3 feet is minimum.
Yeah.
You're in a vehicle that you don't have quick. You can't, and just because someone looks like they're a high-end bicyclist because they got all the right stuff on and they're you can see they're riding this really great bike, doesn't mean that something may not happen to them. And 3 feet, truth be told, is not enough safety space. If you can give them more space, that's a good thing. We want more bicyclists on the road.
Most
That
definitely.
way there's more road available for me as I drive my car.
Excellent.
I like that. Okay, what else
More
we got?
events.
Well, we got right before the Bike to Work Day, which is a big day on May 16th.
Okay,
One of the big days because it helps get others to bike to work.
I like
Ride
that.
your bike to work.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so get on there. We also have stations that are set up throughout Fresno. I know the main one is in Tower District that happens over in front of the Crest
Really?
Theater. Yeah, the Tower
Is
Theater.
that one of those stations like in bicycle races where I can drive by and grab some water and throw it on me? No. What are those
Maybe,
stations?
is
What
it?
do they do?
Well, it is kind of like that, but
Really?
you do get free refreshments. You get snacks such as fruit. We got coffee set up for those who like some coffee, quick little coffee break.
Oh, I'm liking that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
may
a
have
nice
to
little
bring my
free
bike,
setup.
put it here at Van Ness, and ride down to Wishawn so that I can pick. No.
Not very far.
But
It's
anyway,
a fun
okay.
event. I like to do that. But right before that, it's a Ride of Silence by the Fresno Cycling Club, May 15th.
Okay. And what is
so
that?
that's a ride that helps tribute to all of the fallen riders who may have gotten hit during while riding. Unfortunately, it happens. But this is a great tribute that Fresno Cycling Club holds
Cool.
every year.
Well,
And last event is Bike Prom, Fresno High School to Gazebo Gardens, May 31st at 6:30 from the high school.
now is that for high school individuals that are attending the prom?
Anyone.
Or anyone?
But, yeah.
Yeah.
they could
It's a
definitely-
specialized prom, Gene.
Yes.
Why don't you
Oh.
let them know about the prom?
Oh,
it's a great prom. You can get all fancy in your dress. You get all dressed
Oh,
up in your
really?
nice tuxedo. The girls in their nice dress. Some like to bring a nice corsage and
Really?
act like we're going to prom, but on our bicycles.
On the bicycles.
On our bicycles.
All right, reminds me of that old, you may not remember, but a bicycle built for two, way back in the day. So bicycling, I enjoy it a lot. I highly recommend it a lot. And I'm really jealous because I don't live down here where I can participate a lot, but I will at some time. And I have sometime in the past. This is great. Listen, I want you to come back as various events come up. I I want you to share if there's something in the news. If the city council is not being nice to us, I want to know about it. If they're being nice to us, we should probably share that too. Okay? Come on back. How do I or anyone else get a hold of the Fresno Bicycle Coalition?
It's probably on the screen behind us. Yeah, there it is. We have a Facebook page or FresnoBike.org.
That's it?
Yep.
FresnoBike.org.
FresnoBike.org is our main website, and then from there we have several links to our other websites.
You got more social media stuff? I mean, I understand young people do that social media stuff. I need my 10-year-old to help get me logged in. No, but all right. So do we got other stuff like Twitter or Instagram or anything that you participate
They actually
in?
do. They have Instagram at Fresno Bike. So check us out on Instagram at Fresno Bike.
There you go. Listen, get out the house, and it's a great thing to do with family. It's something that grandparents can do with their grandkids. Believe it or not, you might want to give it some thought. I want to thank you both for being with us today. Okay?
Thanks, sir.
Thanks for sharing this. And like I say, come on back. We'll talk more, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
All right. And I'll see you when we come back.